Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to beautiful Kansas, Kansas City. This stream brought to you by the DMC DeLorean because we are going back in time. I've been traveling a bit for work, and so I've fallen behind in my RFK NASCAR Charter series here, and so we're going to try to catch up today. Maybe not both legs today. I don't know. We'll see how I feel at the end of the first one. But effectively, we still need to go from Kansas to Talladega, from Talladega to Charlotte, and then from Charlotte to Vegas. I'm definitely not going to do Charlotte to Vegas today. I might do Dega to Charlotte. I don't know. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Anyway, I was going to do today's flight in the Airbus A320. Over the last week, I've been on Airbuses and 737s quite a bit for my travels, and man, I found myself kind of enjoying the Airbus more as a passenger. And I spend a lot of time on Boeings for whatever reason. When I fly internationally, I'm usually on the 777, and a lot of times, the Delta fleet that I typically fly with has a lot of 737s, and so I have an affinity for Boeing. But dude, I was enjoying the Airbus experience a bit more. Just a better thought out passenger cabin, I felt like. So here we are. We are in the midst of fueling right now, and I've already got my flight plan loaded into Navigraph here, but that's about all we've done. So let's go ahead and start releasing some stuff. We'll go ahead and get rid of our carts. We'll say that that's done. We'll get rid of the bus. We'll get rid of this. You know what? Let's go ahead and onboard. Oh, I'm sorry. Crap, that was the wrong button. Yeah, screw it then. We'll release the galley. Let's go out and close our doors. It's hilarious. I'll show you in a second here. The way that this particular airport is modeled is kind of terrible. What, all those doors are open? No, okay, closed. Okay, good. So the jetway is about 87 miles that way, and I tried to connect the jetway, but it gets out to about here, and then sort of just stops. So we use the stairs instead today. Let this cabin clean go. I think the fuel truck might be about done. Nope, still fueling. Okay, no worries. We already connected to ground power, so I'm going to go ahead and flip that on. And we'll turn on our nav lights just for... I'm sorry. Yeah, position. Okay, that's already on. Good. So that way we're indicating to the ground that we are running. So let's go ahead and go up and turn on our IRS align here. Get those to nav. Let me get up there where I can see that better. Nav, and we'll turn on our standby power and our emergency exit lights. We'll have to flip the dampener again in a few minutes. Since we're on battery right now, let's put everything here to ground power. Looks correct. Okay, everything looking correct in that column. We'll wait until we get the APU turned on there. Let's give ourselves a little bit of back panel lighting there. Okay, that looks nice and clean. Turn on our packs for the moment. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and spin up the APU? Let's go ahead and just do it now. And we'll request our sim brief import over here. Yep. So Kansas to Talladega. Get our departure weather there. And I'm debating whether I want to manually plug everything into the FMC or not. So let's go ahead and just get down here and take a look. We'll initialize our position. And we're starting at Kilo Mike Kilo. Oh, hold on. MCI, right? MCI. Is that where I'm starting? Oh, hang on. We've got an error here in SimBrief. I need to fix that. I was originally going to fly out of MKC and then realized that I did not want to do that. So let's go into desktop mode over here and let's fix this flight plan. For the smaller planes, I've been going in and out of MKC for this particular racetrack, but we are flying today out of MCI, I think it is. Yeah, MCI. That's where we want to be. That simplified the flight plan a little bit too. Look at that. Wait for your waypoint, same block time. So we'll generate that and get a new OFP here. Might need to adjust our fuel. I suppose because of that mistake, we might go ahead and just let the system do it for us. So let's unload this one and import a new flight. There we are. Got our OFP now. Kilo, Mike, Charlie, India, boink. What the heck? Clear. MCI. And we're at gate 33. Okay, not database, that is okay. That is okay. Let's go back over to our tablet now and re-request new data. MCI to ASN, good. Okay, better. Got our OFP there. Map should load. I know they're making changes here to the 737s with navigation data. I don't think I have that update yet. I checked for updates before firing up here. All right. So let's get our zero fuel weight. Pop that in. Our reserves, we need 14.7, 15.2. Oh, you know what? Let's double check because of that error. I think it's going to be about the same fuel load. 15.7, 15.2. Yeah, we're fine then. We're fine. So that means I've got, we'll call it 1.0 extra. Our cost index is going to be a 45. We're spending money. Cruise altitude, where's my steps? We're going to be at 370. Cruise wind, let's see, average wind 256.028, 256/028. Bada bada bada. We'll execute all that. Yeah, looking good. And we're going to have flaps 5, please. And center gravity, let's calculate that. See if we get V speeds. We didn't yet. Runway wind, let's go look at our weather on the tablet and see if we get this stuff. If we get any METAR information here. .210 at 09. And we'll look up the runway slope. 210/09. And let's look up the runway slope real fast. We're going to be taking off from do 8 left is what it's telling me. Oh, what the hell? Hang on. Oh, that's the alternate. Confused me for a moment there. What did I miss? 19 left. Okay. Okay, 19 left agrees. And so 0.4, positive 0.4 on the slope. 0.4. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop the information into plan fuel. That's what I'm forgetting. 15.2. Don't like how it's not giving my V-speeds here. Maybe this is what I've forgotten because of the earlier error. KMCI. Destination KASN. Shabam. Flight number is Delta 617. Runway, let's see if it lets me put it in. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Hey, alright. Now let's try next. Okay, we'll plug this stuff in manually. Yeah, 370. Okay. We'll do this from the map, methinks. Alright, first waypoint is Alpha November X-ray. And then Frank FRA November Charlie. Damn it, I did that again. I'm rusty. COU. It's been a little while since I've flown the 737. Okay, that gets us to the approach. So long. Hold on. What the hell, man? That is a long damn approach. An arrival there. Okay, that's fine though. We'll run with that for the moment. Ah, now we got V-speeds. Good. Okay, so we'll 142, 143, 151. So we'll set our 151. Though I usually like to go plus 20. That's okay though, 151. And that runway heading is 191. Get that set. And we'll turn on our flight directors over here. And next. Okay, route. Looking good. Climb speed of 250. Cruise altitude of 370 is already in. Very good. No steps. That's good. We're not going to plug in descent information quite yet. All right. Feeling okay. Let's see if VNAV and LNAV engaged. No. Okay. Didn't expect them to yet. That's fine. We'll go ahead and... Oh, what's our trim need to be? Boom, boom, boom. Alright, flaps at 5. Oh, I need to flip over to APU power. I thought I started the APU. Guess not. Because the fuel truck's still connected. Let's remove the fuel truck. We Should be nice and loaded now. Yep. Release the fuel truck. Maybe that's why it's not letting me do that. What else do we have connected? We've got baggage carts here. We can get rid of those. Forward carts release. Anything else sitting around? Got ground power carts still, but we need that for the moment. Trim's going to be 4.78, so call that 4.8. Right about there, right? Should be about right. Fuel truck gone yet? Alright. Now let's try that damn APU. Everything. Why is my APU not starting up? Don't have any fuel in the center tank, so I've got my left. I don't understand why my APU is not starting here. Any tips out there in chat land? Avionics are on. Although that doesn't really look like it fully aligned, did it? Nav, yeah. What have I missed? What have I missed? I don't need crossfeed for this. Okay, color me confused. I've got fuel. Nothing connected. I've got external power connected. That's the only thing. Just not getting an APU. Why, oh why, oh why am I not getting an APU? There it is. Okay. I swear I hit that earlier. I must have accidentally double tapped it or something. Now let's try the APU. There she goes. Okay. That's probably why my avionics haven't fully aligned yet either. See if we get an APU this time though. Watching for it to rise. There she goes. That was annoying. I swear I hit the DC power before. I could swear. APU is coming up nicely now. While that's happening, let's go ahead and plan our push back. We're going to want the nose to face to the right. Right about there would be good. Thank you very much. You know, I was flying a few weeks ago, I was flying the 747, and the pushback tool was doing all kinds of wacky stuff, man. Now let's go over to APU gens. We can disconnect ground power. Pardon me. Ground power release. APU looking good. Ground power is disconnected. Very, very cool. Yeah, I'm aware. We are not on VATSIM today. I just wanted to sort of ease back in after a few weeks of being out of this thing, and so you know, just haven't done all that stuff yet. Why are my avionics not coming on though? Like, I should have a map and everything right now. What the poop is happening in this airplane today? Maybe I should try to align again. Or you know what, maybe I should try to clear failures. Avionics are on. Maybe if I go ahead and crank up the old engines and see what I get. I don't want to restart the whole damn thing, but I don't understand why I don't have a map yet. Avionics are definitely on. I just think things happen at in a weird sequence, weirder than normal. 500 feet. Let's go ahead and start up number 2, see what happens. APU bleed on, packs off, ground. See if we get a good engine start. If we don't get a good engine start, then I might restart the airplane, that is. Okay, are we finding it yet? Are we getting there? I mean, what the crap? Things are not going well today. Yeah, I know VNAV disconnect. Because weird things are happening, bruh. Oh, look at that. I don't have position. It lost the pause in it. Here we go. My goodness. What a pain in the butt that was, huh? Why did it lose the pause in it? Did that have to do with the KMKC mistake earlier? So I think what happened, Mustang, hey, how are you? I think what happened is when I loaded in, I had accidentally set my flight plan for a similar airport, but not the same airport, and I fixed that. I fixed it, but I think I had already done the pause in it with the wrong airport still loaded in, so I think that might have been it. Meanwhile, I think I'm up and running here. Engine 2 looks good. Let's go ahead and start our pushback, and we'll start the other engine after we push back. Connect tug, please.
Cockpit to ground.
Cockpit to your mama.
This is ground. Stand by.
Okay, chocks are removed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I had KMKC originally that I was going to fly out of, and I changed my mind and decided to go out of KMCI. But my flight plan said one thing, my FMC said the other, and I think I did the pause in it while they were still disagreeing, and then I fixed the disagreement. And then I think that's what caused the discrepancy, was that I chose an airport that was not agreeing. That was not agreeing with the actual location. So I think that's what's going on. I think that's what was going on.
Cockpit to ground.
All right. Regardless, we are moving now.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Got our position lights, got our anti-collision, flashy, flashy. Oh. Brakes released. Cruising back. Well, we're not on VATSIM today, but we're going to go ahead and set to 122.8 for funsies. See if it does that weird. The better pushback has been in this weird thing where it goes back and forth a bunch. Yeah, look at that. I don't know what's going on. I am looking forward to Microsoft 2024, the new sim, because I hope that the pushback tools in 2024 are better. Otherwise, I know that everyone uses, what's it called, DXG or something, and maybe I just need to do that. All right, let's go ahead and start left side ground. We'll turn our packs on in just a moment. Yes. Let's go ahead and look at our airport here. Figure out our taxi. So we're leaving on 19 left. Just over here. So I'm going to go out to Delta Foxtrot all the way down. Delta Foxtrot all the way down. Parking brake is set.
Ground. You may disconnect.
Please go away.
Okay, sir. Cleared.
We'll introduce fuel into number 1. Let's go ahead and try turning on LNAV and VNAV. See if we get them. Interesting. We don't have LNAV. Why don't we have LNAV? Flight director's on. Flight director is on. Why would I have VNAV and not LNAV? FMC. I bet you that has to do with that problem again. set our initial altitude to 16,000, it looks like. We're just going to be fast and loose with the rules today. Why is LNAV not engaging? 151, 191. You know where you're going. Departing 19 left. You know, we're gonna overwrite what I put in manually because I'm having too many weird little problems, and I'm gonna let the computer do some stuff. Set fuel, set payload. I did hit flight plan request, right? I did? Didn't I? Didn't I? Didn't I? Why isn't LNAV loading? Hello? Okay. Route upload loading. I know takeoff config. That's what's annoying me. We'll go ahead and activate that, execute. Look at our takeoff. See if it lets me put the runway in. Yeah. There we go. Now we got some V speeds. 151 is set. Where am I here? Pay attention, Ben, to some things. Still no LNAV. What the hell? Maybe I'll just figure it out in the air. Like a real pro. What am I missing to have LNAV going here? Alright, left on Foxtrot all the way down on Foxtrot. Why would LNAV not load right now? Look at that, this map isn't up. I don't understand, dude. I'm having some weird issues today. I know that the runway slope is 0.4. Got wind speeds there. Passing Charlie. Flaps 5. It's confused why I'm missing configurations here. I gotta figure out. Why aren't you up? Both set to nav. I'm confused. And if things go terribly, terribly wrong, then I have only myself to blame. Because normally I'm able to see the map over here, artificial horizon over here, all that stuff. Oh well, we're going for it. If we have to fly the thing manually like it's 1955, we'll do it. I ain't scared. We're just gonna do it. I mean, what's the worst gonna happen? We crash and kill everybody? Yeah. That's probably the worst that could happen. I'm aware, but I don't know what to do about it. Auto throttle? Still nothing. No VNAV. I wonder if it'll physically stop me from trying to take off with these problems. We'll try turning our flight directors back on. We'll look around the cockpit one more time, and I'm happy to take any advice from the peanut gallery out there as to what I might have wrong. We're going to take another look around the airplane and try to figure out what's wrong that's not letting me set LNAV up. So right now I'm able to enable VNAV, but not LNAV. LNAV disappears. For whatever reason, this side of avionics is, let's turn on the parking brake here. On the co-pilot side, my avionics have never loaded, and I don't know why. Let's look up overhead for any amberness. We'll turn off the bleed. Packs to auto. Is that it? Was that it? I never switched over off the APU generator. Still nothing over here. Still no LNAV. It's got to be a problem in here. Limits are flaps at 5. Oh, hang on. Let me... Did I... Haha! Because I was flying the Vision Jet last. I never did change these over. That explains some of it. Nope, still no VNAV. But now, at least my takeoff config should be correct. If I take off the parking brakes, it still doesn't like it. Something in the FMC is still wrong. Verify takeoff speeds. I have verified my takeoff speeds. 42, 43, 151, 151 is set. I mean, everything looks right to me, kids. We're taking off. We're going to look out the left window. Everything looks fine. I've got my transponder on to something or another. And we're just going to go for it. Beeps be damned. And if we can figure it out in the air, we'll figure it out in the air. But I'm getting it on the way. And then if we decide to do the second leg over to Charlotte today, I will probably reconfigure everything and start over. Look, the flight director isn't giving me an arrow. So it's definitely something wrong. Toga!
Getting knots. V1, rotate.
Your mama's V1 rotate. Coming up. Nice and shallow. This is the 800.
Positive rate of climb.
So, Mustang, I don't know. I know that they've been doing some updates to the 737s. Maybe something's broken. I have to always assume that it's me, not the game. All right, flaps coming up. And auto throttle is engaged. We'll go ahead and put it in. Look at that. I can't even enable the autopilot right now. Oh, LNAV! But still no flight director. Why oh why? Well, let's fly it manually for a bit, and we've got a little progress there. LNAV is up. See, this situation here is what's bugging me, that I don't understand it. Alright, so what we're going to do is just put it on legs, and we're going to pretend it's the olden days here. Oh look, my legs are gone. My legs are gone! Okay, my legs are gone. So I first want to go to ANX. Man, what a mess today. Let's remove that. And we'll even it out. And let's try command now. Still nothing. Okay, well let's just do heading select then. And we'll set that to 104. Let's try this for a moment. Still nothing. Why am I having to fly this manually? I mean, I don't mind flying manually, but I don't want to for the whole duration of the flight. LNAV again. Why oh why? Guess it's a good thing I'm not on VATSIM today, because I would be an embarrassment. Beautiful little girl though. Alright, do we have any amber up here? Because amber usually points me toward what's wrong, if anything's wrong. I don't see anything wrong. But you guys ought to put on your seatbelts, because it's scary today. Okay. Still having to hand fly this thing. No idea. VNAV speed. Why is this map not loading? Like, that's the real big question to me. Why is this map not loading? What would cause that to not load? Which is just an align problem again, right? What's next on the list? We're going to go from ANX to Frank. F-R-A-N Charlie. And then Frank to COU. Oh, that COU is what we were going to initially. Is it because I didn't have a departure in? Maybe I never put the departure in, but the system should have done that automatically. Departure arrival. Yeah, Lakes 5 from 19 left. Still nothing over here. Why? Let's turn this mamma jamma. I don't know. Normally I'm pretty smooth at flying this airplane. Today is not that day. I have a feeling I need to just do some manual autopiloting here. LNAV is now not working again. So my heading should be 110 to ANX and then 094. Still nothing over here. Passing 19,000. Okay, what we're going to do then is we're going to say I'm going to go level change at 310, and we're going to go to 37,000 now. Things are crazy. I better figure it out before approach, because things are going to get hairy then. Doing everything manually. Okay. Now, why would the co-pilot side not be showing got a route discontinuity there. MCI. Whoa, look at that. Okay, hold on. It's doing wacky things. I'm supposed to be going direct Frank right now. Okay, yeah, better. We'll try again. I don't know, man. Flight directors are on. Okay, are you turning, machine? Because you're set on heading mode. You need to turn now, please. Oh, of course you're not, because the autopilot's not even engaged. I'm acting like the autopilot's on and it isn't. Well, let's think about an arrival then. I'm apparently going to be coming in on runway 4. There are no arrivals, but there are approaches. I'm going to do ILS, give myself a little extra room, ILS Z runway 4. About like that. Now, back to this autopilot problem. Looking back overhead, I don't see any amber. Power switches are all correct. Auto battery is on. Avionics are on. Emergency exit lights are on. That's all the basic stuff. Yaw dampener, fuel, hydraulics, pitot heat, no need anti-ice. Electricals are all on. Packs are on. Huh. Hey, we're losing a little altitude here. Should probably aviate, navigate, communicate, right? Why don't we try... I don't like it. I don't want to fly the airplane completely manually. I mean, I want to fly it. It's better than just sitting back, I guess, but like, do I want to do this for 2 hours? Why is my autopilot not engaging? I noticed that the right side flight director was set to master. That's not what we want. Alright, we're going to do a little, oh look, I never put it on the right thingy there. Flight sim. With all the weirdness, I never put it back on the right OBS setting. So, with an eye on this, I am going to do a little research here. PMDG 737 co-pilot not working. Co-pilot display not working. Let's try that. Track, map, heading, chain, vertical. Gosh, this just feels like a frickin' position in it problem. Somehow or another. Make sure it's not some sort of failure. Doesn't seem to be. What is your problem, machine? I've never seen it work on left side without working on the right side too. Is there any way to cycle the avionics, maybe? Let's trim back a little bit, see if we can get a steady climb. Because right now I'm a little low. But we haven't hit the ground. That's what matters. Instrument switch. Oh, hang on. Okay, so there is some sort of ILS problem. Look, instrument switch. Back to both, and it loses it, but that call out goes away. Can I run the whole way on... I'm going to put everything on left. Okay, that's progress. Now, still nothing. Air conditioning. I mean, everything's on. Okay, we're just gonna continue to manually fly this thing since we still haven't figured it out. Good news is I don't think anyone in the back would realize it. You know? I don't know when to begin my descent, though. I don't know nothing. Can you not just have sort of a manual mode in autopilot where let's continue the turn here. We're just still flying it manually. Yeah, it is. The sim restart. I still think it's a configuration problem. I think I've done something wrong because I'm flipping switches and making progress. And so, I now have these. It tells me there's something wrong with the FMC setup somehow or another. Because if I check this out, if I flip IRS to both, I lose the right side. So there's something wrong with the IRS alignment. I wonder if I hit a... Let's try this real fast. I don't know if it's going to do anything or not, but I'm going to try it. Give that a minute to align. I don't understand enough about how the ILS stuff works, but I've certainly never had to fly a 737 totally manually before. It's a little bit fun. Like, it's definitely some variety here because things are going so wrongly. These lights popping down for, aren't they normally retracted? Ah, there they go. Okay, showing top of climb right there. Okay, so we're on IRS both. Nothing. Command. Okay, we're roughly on course. All right, I'm going to cycle the right side ILS. Let's try that. IRS. Losing altitude here. Trim back. A little more throttle. Air conditioning again. Jesus. You know, one thing that occurs to me is I never fly the Dash 800. I often fly the smaller variants, and I wonder if there's just some different stuff and I should be working off of a checklist. Alright. We're going to go nav. See if this aligns. I don't know if it will while flying, you know? But we're going to see. We'll set everything to the left right now. And I'm going to try to turn on autopilot again. Still nothing. So we're still manually flying it at 33,000 feet. Bananas. Banana Rama. What do we want to use here? Let's see. How's about Lyle? That way we give ourselves extra room for manually flying this thing in if that ends up being what we have to do. Okay, we're descending again. It's not that it's hard to fly manually. It's actually not hard. It's just unusual. I'm just not used to it. Okay, let's look at our departure and arrival screen here for ASN, ILSZ, yep. But it's not asking me for a transition here. So, let's look at our legs and see if it chose Lyle. DX SAP. Well, that still hasn't chosen here. Okay. OXAP. Okay, so I want to put Lyle in there first. LLYLE. And I can always skip it later if I want. I am so glad I am not on VATSIM today, because they would just be yelling at me like, "Yo, Delta, where you going? What you doing?" Okay, let's get back on track here. Is this thing aligned? Is it still showing amber up there? It still says align. But I feel like that's supposed to go off once it is aligned. So it's either a configuration error or it's one of those PMDG failures. So I'm going to go back in here to PMDG setup and look at options. No, I'm sorry. Aircraft. Autoland fail pass. Could be flight instruments, navigation, maintenance, clear active. I still see a line here. And it's still broken. I have to run off the left side only. I think we're just going to run this whole bad boy in we're going to run this whole bad boy manually. So we're just going to eyeball stuff. Right now we are at 34,000. And I can't even put a heading hold on. Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. But we're gonna finish this freaking flight. That's what we're gonna do. And if someone out there can tell me what the hell. Hey, Sean, what's up, man? How are you with the PMDG 737? Because I am having a devil of a time with ILS alignment, and I don't understand why. I decided to take off anyway like a fool. But check this out. So I have tried to recycle the ILS align switch, and you'll notice how it says align here. I think that means it's still aligning, so I'm giving it some time. But the net result of everything is I can't turn on the autopilot. There's a hurricane on the waters. There's always a hurricane, man, this time of year. If I go into IRS both, or VHNAV both, or FMC both, I lose the co-pilot instruments. Everything has to happen off the left, so I'm having some sort of problem, I think, with the way the ILS or the FMC is set up. So here I am going 8/10 of Mach at 34,000 feet, flying completely manually, which is cool and all, but sketchy. Alright, well, auto brake is on, set. Give it a perfunctory try here. LNAV seems to want to work. I still think there's something wrong in this FMC. It seems to know where I'm at. Nothing feels out of place here. Nothing is looking wonky to me. Where are you located at, Sean? You out in the Caribbean, DR, or Cuba, something like that? You be safe, man. I've been through a couple of tornadoes and hurricanes and stuff. They're scary. See, from back here, you have no idea something's terribly, terribly wrong. But you know what? I have to think that as much automation as there is in flying these days, especially with the big airlines, that you'd be happy to have a pilot who's able to control his plane completely manually for long periods of time. Flight instruments, let's look in there. Clear all. Execute. Still says align. Right ILS will not align. God, this is from 2012. You know, flight's pretty freaking smooth given that I've been flying it completely manually. If you were in the back, you wouldn't have a clue. That something was wrong. But something is wrong. Something is very wrong. Let's put all on one. See what this does. Nope. Okay. So why not then? If I've got VHF, IRS, and FMC all on one, and that's the one that's aligned, then why oh why am I still not able to enter autopilot? Did I turn on both flight directors? Yes, I have. I'm going to do it again, though, real fast. And we'll give it another shot. Still nada. Still nada. VNav and LNav both come up, but still no AP. I can hear Captain Kirk in my head saying, "You have to know why things work on a starship." Let's turn again. Display source is set to 1, I know. Instrument switch is set as well, I know. Very confused. Very confused. Stable. Not crashing. But confused. Still shows a line up there. Let's just turn it all the way off. Or maybe it's telling me to put it on a line. Let's try that. Where are we at on the map? Still got a ways to go. So, if we take a quick look at our approach here, I'm going to want to be at 2,800 feet when I get there. So we're going to do a slow, gradual descent into Alabama because who knows what's going to happen. I figure we got 300 miles to Gakbu, right? So, and Lyle's only 11. So where the heck's Gakbu? Oh, where the heck is Gakbu? Can I add Gakbu in here? Okay, interesting. Gakbu is there. So that's not what we want. We just want to go direct Lyle. We want to go direct Lyle. So if we think about this, it is currently 1849 Zulu. We expect to be a Lyle at 1933. So that's 33, 43, 44 minutes away. I want to get from 34,000 down to just manually turning it again. I want to get from 34,000 down to 2,300. So that is a 32,000 foot descent. And if I go at, say, 2,000 feet per minute, that's a 16-minute descent, right? So which means that around a quarter after, around 1715, I need to, I'm sorry, 1915, I need to begin descending. Let's even out right there. Okay. For a completely snake-bitten manual flight, this has actually been relatively smooth. Very little dying has happened. But if I do the second leg, I'm definitely reloading the sim because holy crap. Holy crap. I'll tell you this much. I don't know if I were a pilot, I'm sorry, if I were the customer here of this little charter flight or this commercial flight, whatever we want to call it, I don't know if I would fire me or give me a promotion because I have maintained control. Control has been maintained. I have navigated relatively effectively. Very little dying has happened. So, we're okay. Look at that beauty. It doesn't care how good or bad a pilot I am. Look at how pretty it is. I was on one just like this the other day, and let's see. I know autopilot's not on, but we're going to go walking around. I think we are. Where's my... Huh. New device. Here we go. Keep default. Resume. There we go. So, over the weekend, let me think. Or not over the weekend, but I guess it was on the initial flight from Atlanta to Minneapolis. I sat. Oh, what the hell? I can't get back to Comfort Plus here. There we go. I sat here in 11 Bravo, and then on my last flight on the way back, I sat here in 4. I think I sat in 4. 4 Charlie. I watched North by Northwest in first there. Watched a couple movies on these flights while up in Montana. Command, give it a shot. Nope, nothing. Still don't know what's wrong. Still haven't figured it out. Let's look up here. Do we have an alignment? Hey, hold on. What is this? We no longer show the align thingamabob anymore, so let's put it on nav. Now it shows a line. Now it's showing the white enunciator up there. If I go ahead and try now to flip it over to both, what happens? I lose the screens. Alright. 100% manual flight it is, baby. 100% manual flight it is. Snake bitten. May as well try to open the window here and just see what it looks like outside. What else could go wrong, right? Big ass river. What is that? The Mississippi, maybe? Cruising over some farmland. Do a nice little slow pan for you. Oh, look at those winglets on the 900. Big ass winglets. Right up in the exhaust here. Yeah. That's a cool shot. That's a cool shot. Alright, if you're just joining us, we have been flying this 737 completely manually the whole time because I have not been able to get both sides of the ILS to align, and so if anyone out there knows how to overcome that issue, please let me know. I've got VHF, IRS, FMC, source, everything on the left side, and all the while have not been able to get any kind of autopilot going. VNAV and LNAV are fine. I've tried cycling the auto directors, I've tried cycling auto throttle, everything I can think of I've done, and would welcome any advice. I figure it's some sort of configuration error. I did have some problems with flight plan loading early on and initiated the wrong position, so I'm sure it's my fault. We'll start with that. But now it's just a matter of, sort of manually doing this. We're just in a big Cessna, going to do a visual. I mean, we're going to use ILS, but I guess that's just going to give me the diamonds, right? I'm not going to be able to actually use ILS. Thankfully, we are not on VATSIM today because with all the weird problems, they would be yelling at me quite a lot. Excuse me. Is this the arrival airport? Boink, boink. No, that's still. Let's look at our arrival airport here. Just the one runway. We're coming in on runway 4 from the south, and it looks like there's an FOB off to the left, so we can go all the way down, or we can get off at the third exit, one of the two. We're going to go ahead and look at the approach for Z runway 4, and we're going to pin that because that's what we're using. Let's glance over here. Man, still on track. I gotta say, for manually flying a 737, this thing's pretty smooth. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put nav at 109.95. Nice, that is set up as standby. I'm going to go ahead and do that in nav 1 and 2. 109.95, both of those in standby. For the localizer, we want to come in at 2800. And then 27. I mean, at this point, hopefully we're just using PAPI lights and good visual references and coming in slow, low and slow. That is the tempo when you're doing things manually. Altitude set to 3700, but the plane is just perfectly trimmed at this 34. And since I'm not on VATSIM, I'm just okay with that. So, yeah. think we're configured as well as we can be, given the weird problem of not being able to enable our autopilot. Going to begin a descent around 1915 over here at about 2,000 per, and we'll see, we'll just sort of evaluate how that feels as we're going. So this has been adventurous. It's been adventurous getting the team down to Talladega. Oh, you know what? If you're just joining me and you're wondering what the hell is this series, let me explain it to you real fast. It's normally a lot smoother than this. I'm going to do an exciting thing. I'm going to pull up a spreadsheet. So basically, I am a NASCAR fan. I'm a sim racing fan, and I'm a flight simming fan. I travel a good bit, and I like airplanes. I worked on airplanes in the military. I was an F-15 crew chief, and I wanted to sort of merge together some of the things that I like a lot. So I have been doing all NASCAR season, I've been doing this series where I will take the RFK team from track to track, and it's been a lot of fun so far. So here we're looking at a spreadsheet that I've been keeping all along that is performance based. Now, I've had to travel quite a bit lately for work, and so I've fallen behind. But as you can see here, the better they finish, the faster and better the plane they get to fly in. I've broken my own rules from time to time just because I wanted to do something different. But generally speaking, I've stayed in line with what you see here. So, you know, if the guys finish an average of in the 20s and they're in a DC3, if they finish an average in the teens, a Vision Jet top 10. CJ4 top 5 at 737 BBJ. Now, like I said, I'm behind. I did, Tri-Cities or Bristol to Kansas in the Vision Jet, and right now I am doing Kansas to Dega, but I'm overriding for speed's sake and doing it in the commercial 737. I still need to go from Dega to Charlotte, and Charlotte to Vegas. That'll get me caught up. Not sure if I'm going to do all that today. It's kind of doubtful. But that's what I'm doing. It's been fun. So I need to make sure the playlist is correctly set up on YouTube. But this series has been a lot of fun. It's shown me a lot of variety from racetrack to racetrack, and parts of the country that I don't often fly in. So that's been cool. Let's give it a little right turn here. If you're also just joining us, I am flying completely manually today, and not by choice. I have had navigation problems, have never been able to get the autopilot to go, and didn't feel like restarting the sim. So I'm going to go over here and hit this button fruitlessly a couple of times, and you're about to see a completely manual descent, approach and arrival into the Talladega, Alabama area. Which is going to be sketchy as hell. What are you going to do? I figure what I can go ahead and do is open chart. Final approach course is 038. So let's go ahead and plug that in. Not that we're going to be able to follow it, but it'll at least give us a visual reference on the PFD here. Stay. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Still nothing. Okay. So it's been a fun series. I've been enjoying it. But weird little problems arise like this. What are you going to do? Except maybe restart the sim. But I didn't want to do that today. When life gives you lemons, you can't always go back for new lemons. Sometimes you got to make lemonade. Test mode. See? Just never did a line. I don't know why. I don't know why. But that's okay. 10 more minutes, we'll begin our descent. And I'm just going to try to bring it down again completely manually at about 2,000 feet per minute. Top of descent is at least called out here, so I do have a few references from the computer to help me make good decisions. I'm curious to see how well that aligns with my 1915 prediction. One thing I can do is put this into profile mode. Pardon me. Not yet, though. We'll do that in a minute. %, manual. 0.8 of Mach. 8.1 of Mach. Friggin' moving. To not be using any computerization whatsoever. Can't believe how beautifully trimmed this thing is. Like I've been at 34 340, which will vary a little bit during turns, but the thing is trimmed out at this altitude. It's kind of perfectly, so that's been a-okay. I don't mean circuit breakers pulled anywhere, do we? See, if I were the way I used to do it in F15, obviously if you pull a circuit breaker, it's got a little white backer, so you can visually see it. But another good way is just run your hand along it, because a pulled circuit breaker will protrude. So running your hand along, you can see whether there's something sticking out, a circuit breaker that's pulled that shouldn't be pulled. In the F15, you've got this area behind the ejection seat called Bay 5, and you know a lot of times you put equipment back there, bags and whatnot, and when that happened, seeing if there's anything down here about nav that maybe I could mess with. But when that would happen, you know, sometimes it would get stuck, and you would need to go in there and double check all those circuit breakers, or remove and replace broken circuit breaker panels. Don't know what might be causing these problems with the ILS. Why is that side not aligning? Not ILS, IRS. Keep doing that. Still broke. Still broke. Fixed. Temporarily. 1907. Hey, I think my 1915 prediction was going to be just about right. Why, oh why, is my IRS not working properly? Why, oh why, do I have to do everything manually? Let's go ahead and look up our arrival weather. Altimeter 3042 is the important thing that we're looking for. We'll get that set. Kind of hard to see. Yeah, looks good. I'm hoping this isn't too hectic. A descent and arrival. Given the shenanigans which have been at play. Unable cruise altitude. I'm aware. We've been unable cruise altitude for some time there, champ. Let's go ahead and give it a little right turn there. Hey, where'd my top of descent go? Alright, if I wanted to descend, I'm going to come down on the throttles a little bit, and I'm going to trim forward a little bit. And let's see if we can get it to start going down at 2,000. This will be a completely manual, no autopilot involved at all, completely manual descent. Here, over speed, a little bit of speed brake. It's going to be sloppy, man. A little more speed brake. Come on, baby. Don't overstress the airframe. Come off throttle a little bit more here. There we go. We come off on the speed brake a little bit. A little bit more. It's going to take a good bit of focus to get this thing down nice and clean. And if I do, it'll be a proud moment. Even though somewhere before this is a shameful moment where I rushed through and didn't set things up properly. Haven't really started descending yet, though. Let's come way off on the throttle here. Okay. Descending at 850, 900. I'd like to get it to around 2,000, but I'm not going to do big movements. Small movements. I think small movements are going to be key here. Let's go ahead and set our desired altitude at 5,000. And just for fun here, we're going to push command and nothing. Okay, descending is happening though. A little bit of speed brake deployed. We'll retract that though. Let's see if we don't overspeed. Still maintaining 0.8 of Mach. Okay, descending a little faster than what I want. We'll put a little throttle back in. So glad I didn't join VATSIM today because would have been sketch. So auto throttle is doing stuff. Okay, so maybe I can use auto throttle to help me govern the descent. Why are you doing that, auto throttle? Nope, auto throttle's coming off. Do not want to gain altitude. Thank you very much. Got 110 miles to get to 5,000, and then I'll have 13 miles to get to 2,300 whilst in the midst of a manual turn onto an ILS approach with no automation whatsoever. So we want to be ahead of the game on everything. The only thing I'm not going to mess with today is call-outs. I'm not going to do any ATC pretending at all. Not on VATSIM. I just want to focus on getting the airplane down. Okay, now it's going down way too fast. Put a little throttle back in. Let's try to get it on that purple slope there in the profile. Okay, better. Airspeed is altitude, baby. Make sure nav 1, 109.95, nav 2, 109.95, both of them in standby. Alright. Let's try to relax that back off a little bit. Do not want to increase altitude. Boy, it's amazing how dependent you are on auto throttle to balance all this stuff. At least I've become. So, flying something this size completely manually is tricky on descent over here. I think around 60 to 63% is probably the right number. Go ahead and turn a little bit to the right. Get us better on track for Lyle. I'm going to go ahead and hit the local barometer now. We'll go to standard mode. And I'm going to be ahead of the game here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my landing lights as well as taxi runway. Okay, I'm feeling okay about this. Still got 90 miles to go. Okay, why did you level off? I haven't touched you. Okay, here you go again. Good. Down 500, down 750, down 1000, down 1500, down 2000, down 2500, smidge of throttle back in it. Right at 60% right now. There's a good deal of lag in between the time that you set the throttle and the altitude fully reacts to that. Whew. Busy flight. Pretty on track though. I'm gonna try to hit command again one more time here. Flight directors are on. Command. Still nothing. IRS. Still not aligned. Turn that one off. Feeling okay about this descent profile, though. I think I'm going to get there a little ahead of time, which means more time at a lower altitude will slow me down some, but I think that's probably going to end up being a good thing, not a bad thing. Yeah, I know. That's 2 targets. Okay. Cruising on down. 15,000. Making our way downtown. Something, 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 something. And I want you. And I need you. Give it a little turn. Can't believe I've done this whole flight completely manually. If I can land it, I'll be pretty stoked about that. That will, for me, I feel like been an accomplishment. Alright, we're passing 13,000 now. Still got 58 miles to go before we turn left. I'm going to turn on Sky Dolly here. I won't start recording yet, but I will be curious to see how good a job I do of this landing from the outside, given the 100% manual nature of it. Because I might totally botch it. I normally visually land, GA aircraft, not big boys. I think if I do the next 2 legs, I might do them in the 777. Been a while since I've flown it. It's a great plane. Been fun to fly. It's been a couple of weeks for me since I've been able to. Had a nice trip up to Montana, though this was for business. I was very busy. Came back extraordinarily exhausted. But what a beautiful place, northern Montana. I was in a place called Lakefish. I think it's called Lakefish. And boy, oh boy, was it pretty. Just outside of Glacier National Park. Hence this fantastic sweatshirt that I came home with. I think I want to overcorrect here, go off to the right a little bit. I keep drifting left, which tells me this is going to be a really sharp turn when I get there. So I think I'm going to overcorrect a bit right to make that a more shallow turn for our final approach. Even that out. Okay, under 10,000 now. Landing lights are on. Taxi lights are on. APU is off. Definitely going to want those seatbelts on, ladies and gentlemen, because weird nav problems abound. Starting to feel a little bit of chop in the air. Down lower, denser atmosphere and all that. So we're going off to the right now. That's okay. As soon as I see it in the 40-mile range, I will turn on target, and I think that'll give me a pretty comfortable turn. Almost. If you're just joining us, this has been a snake-bitten flight from Kansas City to Talladega. It's been 100% manual the whole way, including right now. I am doing a manual descent, I'm following flight instruments, but I'm unable to use autopilot the whole way. The whole problem comes down to not being able to get the right side ILS to align. I've tried everything I can think of, but at the moment I've just got, see, it'll go to align mode there, but then never actually works. If I go to both an IRS, this screen sort of dies on me. So, and I've never been able to, no matter what my configuration, never been able to get the autopilot to work. So, we've just been eyeballing it, baby. Flying it manually, and you know, it's a 737-800. What could go wrong? It's been kind of fun to do it manually, though a lot more work than normal. I've not been able to relax and chill like normal. Looks like 29 miles to go. I wonder if that's Dega off in the distance there. I think I do have the scenery pack installed for Talladega, the racetrack, but I don't think there's anything for the actual airport. I'll bet you that's it. No, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. We got a right-hand turn coming up before too long. Let's go ahead and set our target at 4,000. All that's given me is a visual reference line. And that is all. I will say that the 737 flies really smooth in manual mode like this. I mean, it's not, the navigation's kind of difficult to do without all the aids we're used to, but as far as the actual handling characteristics, super smooth, super easy to fly. My hands only on the yoke for minor corrections. Once I got up to a reasonable altitude, it wasn't my planned altitude, but I just allowed it to settle in at 34,000. And boy, it just trimmed out and stayed steady, and I liked it. Felt good. So, while I have somehow failed this airplane, or it has had an error, which maybe is just an actual failure, I've had to fly this thing manually, and that's been kind of cool. That's been kind of cool. Let's look at our reference speeds here. I can go flaps. Landing gear 270. Okay, so really, as long as I'm under 250, I'm good across the board. So our focus after we do the turn is going to be to get under 250, and then we're going to use flaps and landing gear to slow us down quite a lot for the final. What a crazy flight. 100% manual and a 737. Okay, let's go to 20-mile mode. Altimeter is set. Let's go ahead and set our nav frequencies here for the ILS. Cross check 109.95. And let's look at the chart here just to be 100% sure that that's correct. 109.95. Correct, correct. All right, baby. Let's manually bring this baby in. Let's get on the magenta line. 20-mile range. Let's go 10-mile range. That's going to be our biggest reference until we get the ILS acquired. Of course, there's this big window in front of us we can look out of too. I'm not sure if I'm going to have PAPI lights to work with or not. Put a little bit of throttle back in, start evening out this descent. So at Lyle 2800. And then Gakbu 27, Oxnap 23. Landing field is like 500. I see it. I see your flashing yellowness. Looking kind of perfect right now. Little throttle back in. Got a sharp left coming up here. And then a decel indicator. Okay, let's go ahead and begin our left turn. Come up on the nose a little bit, but down on the throttle. Try to start for some speed, get some flaps in. That'll give you the low speed lift that I need as soon as I get it under 250. Okay, feeling alright, feeling alright. 100% manual. No autopilot at all. Off on the throttle again. We are under 250. I'm going to go to flaps 5 now. And starting to see ILS diamonds. Good. Can't see it with a damn dash. There we go. Alright, do not... Oh, I'm starting to see the runway, I think. I do not want to be increasing altitude here. Get back down, get back down. Alright. Got my diamonds now. We have acquired the ILS. Localizer. Roughly on path here. Is that the runway over there? Final course is supposed to be a 3.8. Looking for the runway. Still don't see a runway. I see something over there. Is that it? No. Left and Rooney here. pretty close to on path here. And I see the glide slope in the PFD. Let's go down another notch of flaps. Flaps 10. Gives that bit of lift. I don't want to go up. I just want to have more control, authority at slower speeds. Still can't see the runway. Okay. Let's aim for aux sap there, right at 2300. We're not far off, not far off.
Radio altimeter.
Your mama altimeter. After aux sap, we will lower the gear. Oh, let's do sky dolly. Record. Alright, here it comes. Completely manual descent. Actually, completely manual flight. Not once in this entire flight have we had the autopilot engaged. Ah, runway in sight. I see it now. Is there a racetrack in sight? I bet you that's the racetrack there, isn't it? Yeah, racetrack in sight. Runway in sight right next to it. Sweet. I actually didn't look that up ahead of time. I didn't realize they were so close like that. That's cool. I guess that makes sense. So much of this community probably is centered around the race. I don't know how much that's true. Alright, gear coming down. And we are a little off right, a little high. Let's go down a bit, get that diamond centered, go right a bit, get that diamond centered. And we're going to go down to flaps 15. Just want more authority, more control authority for this. Come on, get me on that glide slope. Nice, nice, nice. And I am prepared on the reversers. I think I've got 2 white, 2 red. I think that's what I'm seeing there. So looking good. I think I'm pretty well on the glide slope. Doing a lot of manual adjustments here. Pulling back on the yoke just a tad. Alright, we're off right. Let's get over. Not sure, but I think I have a bit of a crosswind. Feet on rudders. Alright, 2 white, 2 red. Still looking good. Two white, 2 red. We're just looking out the window now, not looking at the ILS diamonds, the localizers. Coming off the throttle some. It's looking okay. It's looking okay. Coming off the throttle some more. Prepared on the reversers. A little bit of rudder. A little bit of rudder.
30, 20.
Off throttle entirely now. And touchdown. And nose is down. Auto brake is enabled. Speed brake. Nice, Ben. Not bad at all. Pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that, actually. Hey, Mustang, thanks. Yeah, for being completely manual, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Now I think I've got that friction bug on the ground here. There we go. Friction bug. Let's pull over to this massive Talladega airport. Find a place to park. Come on, baby. Stop with the friction bug. Alright, I'm not going to push my luck. I'm just going to pull up right about here. We'll park it. Little out of place, yeah? Probably should have flown the Citation, all things considering. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do real quickly here. I am going to leave the engines running for a moment, pull my parking brake so I don't have to worry about it, retract the speed brake. Now, let's go back and watch the recording via Sky Dolly here. Okay, stop recording and play. Alright, outside. See how she looks. I'm still learning how to use Sky Dolly. I really don't know all about it. But let's play with it here. I think I can fast forward just a little bit. Here comes the gear. Got those flaps deployed, baby! Look at all that flap goodness. Look at all that flap goodness! Let's fast forward a little bit more and see the touchdown. All the little corrections. Flaps and slats happening. Look at that. 2 white, 2 red. How close was I to center line? Let's take a look. You know, for as manual as this thing was, I'm pretty happy with this. Butter. Now show me those reverses working. Woo! Yes, sir. Show me again, show me again. Let's pause it right there and go insert. Drone follow turned off. Now I should be able to let's go stand at the EOR and watch it. Yeah, I'm not good at this. Let's go stand about here. Back that up again. How do I roll? I need to roll. I need to mess with my controls. Butter! Absolute butter. Pretty happy with it, man. Pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with it. Oh yeah, let's watch it from this perspective. That didn't look right. Well, that doesn't look right. What are you doing, machine? There we go. All right. Let's try that again. Sky Dolly doing crazy stuff. No! It called me crashed. Well, you and I know the truth. You and I know the truth, no matter what Sky Dolly did to me. That was fun. It was challenging. It was fun. It was different. I might be back on later today, kids, to do the next leg, but I think I'll do it. I think I'll do a two-legger in a 777 maybe. That was difficult. That whole thing, flying the whole way in a 737 completely manually. I still don't understand why that happened, but maybe next time we'll fly the 700, or we'll fly the 777. Or if I can, you know what? I'm gonna look at this real fast. I've never really flown the 320s much. Oops, 320. So which one is the? I'm curious, just real quickly, to see if I can start the damn thing up. I'll have to go hunting for some liveries, I guess. Fly-by-wire, but isn't it the AnyBuilds one is the one that I'm looking for? Like that's the good one, isn't it? KASN. I know very little about these Airbuses. I like riding in them. I think they're making for a good passenger experience. I feel like the last time I tried to fire one of these up, there was a graphical bug in it, and I was reluctant to do the Phoenix because I was concerned. You know, I thought maybe it would come included with Flight Sim 2024, and so since I'm definitely going to pick up Flight Sim 2024, did I not save that? Since I'm definitely going to pick up 2024, I thought maybe I should not buy it. Is the fly-by-wire okay? Yeah, so I knew that there was like a mid-cycle AnyBuilds update, but the last time I tried to fire it up, there was some sort of weird graphical bug, and I just didn't bother spending time trying to figure it out. Uh-oh, did my computer freeze? No, okay, I'm back. All right. I looked over, it looked like OBS was frozen. See if this loads. Oh, Flight Sim crashed. Interesting. I'm gonna fire it up one more time. I might not do the flight here, but I'm gonna fire it up one more time and just see if I can get the AnyBuilds plane or the get the plane started. Yeah, it's the V2, right? I need to look on flightsim.to for replacements. While this is booting, let's find out real quickly if the Phoenix is included in 2024. Let's look at the 2024 bundle options. MSFS 2024 bundles. I just want to see the bundle comparison, please. Okay, $70, $100, $129, $199. So I'll probably go premium deluxe, I suppose, just for the price point. But which aircraft are included, please? Which aircraft are included the various bundles of MSFS 2024. So they don't have an actual bundle comparison here. Here we go. Okay, so standard has the 320 Neo and all that. 737 Max 8. Premium Deluxe has more 747 options, a C-17. So Citation Longitude, that's Vision Jet. See, I already own the Vision Jet, and I paid for it separately. I have the CJ4 Citation, but I don't have the Longitude. I don't know if that's good or not. Is the Citation CJ4 included in any bundles? Huh. I like flying my little business jets. So it does look like Premium Deluxe is the way for me then. If that's the one. Oh no, Deluxe has it. Okay, so I can get away with $100 if I want to. I'm gonna have to watch some sort of YouTube video breaking this stuff down. How about airport and scenery differences? Alright, are we back in yet? Oh, yeah, continue normal mode. The Dream Lifter. Big beluga looking thing. We crashing again? There's already an instance of this plugin running. Dirigibles, that might be fun. And by fun, I mean slow and boring. Oh, there's a graphical chart. Is that the one I just had pulled up? I didn't see. Oh, I see. Okay, Premium Deluxe at the top. So, Cessna. Okay, the Longitude. So the Longitude's a lot like the CJ4. I just don't know that airplane. So Deluxe. Well, I see me doing at least the Deluxe. Probably Premium Deluxe. Because, I mean, if I were to just get the Pilatus and the Cessna, just those two, I'd spend just as much as just the upgrade, right? So, all right, let's try this again real fast. We've got the A320neo times or V2. We're gonna go to KASN. Oops. Type in KASN, and I want to start at one of the parkings, please. Let's try that again. See if she crashes again. So what was Premium Deluxe cost again? 129, is that what it was? Or was that the 99? 129. That's probably what I'll do to get those couple of business jets. I don't know if they're good or not, so I might wait and watch a review of those jets and see if it's worth that extra $30. Yeah, but it's going to be worth the extra $30. All right, Ben. See, look, graphical bug. What is that? What's this texture problem here? Because I'm sure that there's not a weird transparency grid looking thing in the middle of this airplane. Yeah. There's no way I'd fly that with that problem, right? That'd be too annoying too often. You ever seen that? Anybody ever seen that out there? Okay, what I did just learn though is that the Phoenix is not included, right? So how much is the Phoenix? And is it available through the marketplace or do I buy that outside? Let's just look real fast. New cockpit. I wonder if I should do one of these just to try to fix that bug. Okay, look away, look away. Well, I guess you can't really see anything, can you? All you know is that I'm using an Amex. Go back. Aircraft 320. So I clearly already have it. Maybe I'll end up having to uninstall it and reinstall it. I don't know. But let's try with that. Let's get that installed and then see if it looks any better. Boy, that's a good airport mod, but not this one. The new MK Studios. I got it off Contrail. It looks good. I've flown in and out of Keflavik a bunch of times. I lived over there for a little bit. Met my wife over there, and nice little airport, but beautifully rendered. And you find it on Contrail. Beautifully rendered. See if that got that done. Now let's try it one more time. And if we're lucky, then groovy. All right, and V2, and we're just going to choose this spot, set as departure, Flizai. Has qualifying started yet for NASCAR? I don't even know. Let's go look at YouTube TV. Let's see here. And Better Health 302 qualifying. Oh, so dramatic. Oh, such dramatic music. Oh my god. I think it's coming on now, isn't it? Oh no, okay, practice. It's already played. Let's see if that fixed our graphical glitch. Negative. I'll have to deinstall and reinstall the airplane, I suppose. It's probably the thing to do. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. I think I'm going to end the stream with this. I have no idea how to work this airplane. I wonder if I could figure it out just like 2 seconds real fast. Let's see. I've got engine fire, green, APU. Okay, APUs are good. APU, where's external power? Ah! So does off mean it's off, or does pushing off mean I'm turning it off? Okay, on is a status indicator, so I have no idea what I'm doing. How would one turn on an APU? Let's see. There's APU gen. That doesn't feel right. How would one... master switch start. I think that's how one would turn on an APU. Where's my batteries? Oh, battery. Ah, okay. Alright. Alright, APU on. Nice. Where's this one's IRS alignment? Nav. A lot of faults, that's okay. I would expect as much. Okay, does that mean my APU's running? Look at that. I'm fingering it out. External lighting. What do we got over here? Anti-ice stuff. Signs. Got a whipper. I think that's turning them on. So how would you start the engine on this thing? And yes, I know I could go watch... oh, engine start. It can't be that easy, right? Is it really that easy in an Airbus to start an engine? Surely I have to do some shizzle down... Yeah, here we go. Master on. Yeah, no way that started it. Do we have any N2 at all? Where was that? Oh, there it is. No way it's just that easy. Nah, I'd have to look up a checklist. Because obviously it's not that easy. Yeah, thanks Mustang. I'm sure that it would probably do the trick to just uninstall and reinstall the airplane. So this is available. So that's is that just the starter, or is that actually how you start it? Know what I mean? Ignition start. Hey, hold on. Look over here, push the button. I just want to get the damn thing started. I'm not even going to try to fly it. Can totally dismiss this homie though. get rid of equipment. Jetway, stairs, catering, luggage, pushback. I want to get rid of homeboy out here, please. Ground power guy. Go away, ground power guy. APU is available, but not on? Is that what that means? It's not on? I guess I'm confused by the buttons here. Oh, hello. That turn shit off or on? It sounds off. Okay. Yeah. Chirp, chirp, chirp back at you. So if I wanted to go down here to crank Engine Master 2 on. Yeah, I'll definitely want to look up a checklist. I don't know how it works. I've flown this thing exactly one time, and I followed a checklist that time, so I don't know what I'm doing. And I'll come back another time and do checklisty things, and get the bug, the graphical bug there fixed. Or maybe I'll just find and purchase that Phoenix A320 because that was supposed to be pretty good. Is that on Contrail or what? A320 boink. Or is that on its own website? I wonder. Phoenix A320. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Big bundle. 319, 320, 321. So just the base is $50. Like, this is the one that I know people talk about, right? It's supposed to be good. So is Phoenix not available on Contrail? Aircraft. All aircraft. Airliners. 320. Who makes it this one? Who's the developer? Does it say somewhere? LVFR, I guess. Marketplace. Aircraft. Creators. Phoenix isn't there. Well, okay. I'm going to stop. I'm going to go away. Thanks so much for hanging out today, especially Mustang. Thanks for being here that whole time. Homie who was here earlier and said there was a hurricane happening, man. Oscar, I think it was. Take it easy, be safe, my brother. That stuff is sketchy and scary, so do take care. Otherwise, probably going to come back on either later today or tomorrow and do the next leg of the flight. Maybe in the A320 if I get a checklist and stuff and decide to try it out. Maybe in the 777 and do a two-leg from Dega to Charlotte to Vegas. So I'm thinking about doing that. And if so, you're welcome to return and come back and have a good time. And we'll chat and hopefully be able to use autopilot next time around. So thanks.